we're always thinking about saving money and saving energy here in the winter on Cape Cod. With me today, Austin Brandt from the Cape Light Compact. It's starting to get cold, and people are starting to see those electric bills rise a bit.
That's right, yep. And I have heard from a lot of customers, as is normal this time of year, about them getting calls from electricity suppliers who promise to save them money by signing on to a contract. And so what we always advise customers, especially at this time of year when prices are high overall, is to look really carefully about at those offers that you're getting and be sure that you know what you're signing up for if you're shopping around for competitive supply at this time of year.
Right, and it might not be the best time to do it this time of year. So how does Cape Light Compact set their prices?
So the Cape Light Compact for residential and small commercial customers has 6-month pricing cycles. So what we do is every 6 months we go out and we buy electricity for our customers on the wholesale market. Now what we find is that our pricing cycle that runs December through June is generally higher than the one that runs June through December. And that's typical of all of New England, because what's happening in New England is over 60% of our electricity comes from natural gas. So in the winter months, when people are using natural gas to heat their homes, there's less left over for electricity producers to buy on the secondary market. And when there's less supply, high demand, you're driving prices up. And so what we see in the wintertime in New England is because of this natural gas pipeline capacity issue, we have higher electricity prices only during these winter months. Now, what suppliers like to do is when prices rise and suppliers like the Cape Light Compact, like Eversource Basic Service, have to raise their prices because we had to buy more expensive electricity, as does everyone. What they like to come in and do is offer, say, a 12-month or 24-month rate that looks really great right now, but when prices drop in the later part of the spring and in the summer months, it may not be such a great deal in terms of price.
Right. And why don't you give some tips about what happens when those phone calls come in and when people are soliciting? They're pretty nefarious, aren't they?
Some of them really are, and try to use some shady tactics to get people to sign up. But what we tell customers is always ask for written information. So ask them to send you written information about the offer in the mail. If they are an above board company, they're generally willing to do that. Never ever provide your Eversource electric account number for any reason to anyone that you're not sure you want to be on their power supply. And never commit to anything over the phone. You always want to get it in writing, and you want to read what the terms and conditions are of the offer.
Right. So talk about reading here. That electric bills it reminds me of algebra. There's lots of X's and Y's and numbers that don't make a lot of sense. So you're going to walk us through reading an electric bill today?
Sure. Yep, I can talk a little bit about that. So your electric bill from Eversource has two main parts. There's supply or generation, and that part of the bill you have control over by picking or choosing a power supplier, and there are a lot of them out there. The Cape Light Compact provides supply for anyone on the Cape or Vineyard who wants to participate. There's also the delivery portion of the bill. These are charges that Eversource sets and are approved by the Department of Public Utilities, and they collect those charges to pay for the poles and wires and distribution infrastructure that brings the power to your home or business. So what these offers that are being offered to customers right now over the phone or in the mail are for supply only. You don't have any choice over who your delivery company is. That's Eversource as the local utility. But on the bill, there are a couple important things you want to look at. You want to look at your price per kilowatt hour, especially for supply, which you have control over. And you want to understand what you're paying for supply on a per kilowatt hour basis. But also importantly, you want to look at what you're using in terms of your total kilowatt hours, because that is really the bigger driver of cost in the wintertime, especially for those that have electric heat or poorly insulated homes. And the Cape Light Compact can impact both of those cost aspects. We offer supply that you can choose to participate in to reduce your supply costs potentially, depending on what competitive supply rate you're on. And then we also offer energy assessments to help customers reduce their usage, potentially through insulation or other energy saving measures. Right. And we offer that at no direct cost through our energy audit program.
Right. So it's funny when you say the kilowatt hours. Give a person an example of some numbers in kilowatt hours and what those appliances or what those things might be, because that always kind of baffles me. Is I see how much we've used, but I'm not sure what's using it. Right.
Absolutely, yep. So the biggest energy drivers in a residential home are heating, cooling, hot water, and lighting. And the Cape Light Compact Energy Efficiency Program can impact all of those and save you money on all those areas. So what our energy assessment team will come in and do is they will measure assess how insulated the home is, and that can often be the biggest bang for your buck in terms of saving money. And we offer incentives to help customers pay for additional insulation on their home, which can save them money and help their home be more comfortable. We offer rebates on efficient appliances, which are big energy users in the home. We offer rebates on heating and cooling systems. So those are really the biggest drivers. We offer energy efficient lighting upgrades at the time of the assessment. We go in and we'll change out old inefficient light bulbs for new LEDs, and that can save money as well.
Right. It's funny, that insulation, I have to say, we took advantage of that, and you can tell. I mean, the house was probably 30 to 40% warmer than it ever was. Just getting the insulation into the attic, it was an amazing. And when we're talking about bills as well, this time of year, obviously, we're using more energy because it's cold and we have other things out there. But what are some of the other pieces that people can put in place? I noticed that there's these, they call them vampire energy users. So what are those?
So vampire loads are loads where, your microwave, for instance, most people just leave it plugged in all the time. It's not running most of the time except when you're cooking food, but even when it's plugged in, it's drawing a little bit of electricity. Same with your DVD player, your TV, your cable box. Cable box is actually a pretty big user of energy. So one of the things that the Cape Light Compact provides through its energy assessment program is actually smart strips. And what smart strips do is they cut off physically the power to those devices that aren't in use based on the device that's plugged in that is controlling the other. So for instance, if you have an entertainment system where you have your TV, your cable box, your speakers, your DVD player, if you use the TV as the control plug, and when you turn off the TV, it will cut power to all those other devices on the smart strip.
That's fantastic, and a really easy way to save money and energy.
Absolutely, and one that doesn't impact how you use your equipment.
Right, and I know one of Lindsay's favorite tips is to open up those curtains in the morning and just heat your rooms through the sunshine that's out there.
Absolutely.
Little of it, but there's some.
Absolutely, curtains that you open in the morning can let light in, natural heating. If you close them at night and they're insulated, they can help keep your house warmer and save you energy there as well.
Excellent. Anything else you want to add before we leave today?
No, we have a lot of good information on our website. We always encourage our customers to sign up for the free home energy assessment. The number is on our website, and if they want to find out more about competitive supply offers or how to assess whether or not they're getting a good offer or want to sign up for a power supply program, that information is on our website as well.
Excellent. Fantastic. Thanks, Austin.
Thank you, Paula.